Take two. Alright guys, I had this video scheduled at 5 a.m. just like always today. And I started noticing comments saying it shut off early. I was thinking it was just because the ending was kind of abrupt on the real video. Well, yeah, when I got to the gym this morning, I rewatched it and it cut off at 1 minute and 27 seconds. I don't know what went wrong. I didn't rewatch the video after I'd scheduled it, and I guess something went wrong. So anyhow, I'm fixing to correct it, and what you'll be watching is the full version this time. Sorry for my mistake, and be sure to check out Wednesday's video. Well, here we are at Hattiesburg Cycle. We just bought our 5th bike from here. You'll have to wait a little bit to see what I got. It's right down there in the shop. And now I got to go to buy some furniture, and then we'll be back.
Now you pick your bike up, walk down to the
Alright, magic gauntlet.
That's right, man.
I'll have to sing and dance.
You gotta do harder than that. Is that all? I would have went.
Well, I really thought it would be better, but it didn't.
Finish him!
Here's your t-shirt. Stuffed in your purse.
Jump, step down.
Yeah.
Don't step up, step down.
5 hours later.
Recording.
Okay guys, this is officially my 3rd ride on the brand new 2021 Yamaha Tenere 700. Well, alright guys, here it is, the 2021 Tenere 700. Decided to want to change it up a bit and start doing some adventure riding. I had a little taste of this before and I loved it, but when I say little, a little. I'll explain more about that later. This bike seems to do it all. It's the only one I could find around here. Love the headlights on it. And I like the powder coated blue rims too. It's a fine little machine. Fixing to take it out right now and get a little bit muddy. Just a little. Gotta break it in slowly. I went out and did something crazy and bought me a dual sport bike. And so far, I'm not regretting it one bit. I've been waiting on this bike to come around here forever. And they just got one in a couple of days ago at Hattiesburg Cycles. So I went up and took a look at it. And I bought it today. So far, I'm absolutely loving this bike. I was going to do my first ride impressions, but I could not get my camera to work to save my life. Couldn't get the card formatted on it, but got it working now. I was just leaving the furniture store. My wife called. I was at home and she found some furniture. The place closed at 4 o'clock.
And as usual, somebody was going to buy it if we didn't get it that day. So I had to drive up and save the day. Today's a good day. I'm doing some adventures on this bike. This is one badass machine, man. And it's huge. It's a, I mean, as y'all know, I'm 6'5", people that follow the channel. And I can almost flat-foot it when I'm sitting on it. Probably can if I stretch. But it feels really good. I mean, I can't get over it. When you see the seat, you'll die because the seat is so thin. I mean, especially if you compare it to the old Harley seat. And so far, it's so comfortable. The grips, on the other hand, I'm not really crazy about. I think they'd be great if you had gloves on. And maybe after a few days of riding, they'll come a little softer. But they're kind of sharp. I'm looking forward to doing a comparison to this bike and my Harley. 2014 Street Glide. Granted, I've got 24 miles on this bike so far, so it's brand new. The only thing I don't like about it, it's got a 1,000-mile break-in. You're supposed to keep it, I think, under 5,000 RPMs, which would be impossible. But I'm going to keep it down. So I'm going to be putting some heavy miles on it, trying to get past that 1,000 pretty quick. But so far, I'm tickled pink. I also want to do a comparison between this and the KLR 650. That I had for a brief time. There truthfully is no comparison, but they're similar bikes, let's put it that way. This thing is incredible. You sit up really high, which I expected, so I'm trying to get used to that. It rides really smooth, and I've been hearing that in all the reviews. It is a 6-speed instead of a 5-speed. The KLR was only a 5-speed, and it maxed out at about 70 miles an hour, and that was screaming. This thing, well, I'm doing 60 right now, and I'm not even giving it any throttle. This thing's a quick bike. It's not a race bike by any means. I think the Harley that I drive has about 64, 65 horsepower. And again, it's not a race bike either. But this bike has 74 horsepower and weighs 400 pounds. Where my Harley was, I think, 64 horsepower and weighs 800 pounds. So this feels like a race bike to me, just because I'm used to riding the Harley. I don't live very far from Camp Shelby, which has got tons of woods and gravel roads and stuff that's just built for this bike. It's got a pretty aggressive tire on it. The KLR that I had didn't really have a very aggressive tire when I bought it. This one already comes with one. I forgot what it's called. I'll find all that out when I do a little review on this bike later. But it looks to be more of a paddle-shaped tire. Rides really good on the road. They're still kind of oily, so I'm having to take it easy on the curves. But it's, I think it'll do okay. The KLR was plain scary with the stock tires on it and dirt. But I'll be interested to see what this does on the gravel roads. But I'll get a video, well, I'll post it here. Let you see what the bike looks like, because I had never seen one. And my fear was the videos that I was watching, I mean, if you go through YouTube, then I'll give it like an A+ review. I couldn't find any bad reviews on it. And the only thing I was scared about is they never tell how tall they are. So I was thinking this might be a little bitty bike, like a little small bike. Because they make like a, I think it's a 1200. Don't quote me on that. That bike's very expensive. And that's a lot of bike to be taken off into the woods. And this bike, it's got everything I need. It's got the horsepower, the size. When I went to look at it at the place, that's what I was really looking for, was the height of it. I think it's about exactly the same height as the KLR. The KLR may have been a tad taller. If it wasn't much. But so far, I don't really have anything bad to say. The only thing that I keep messing up royally is the blinkers. You know, Harley has them on both sides, so I keep reaching around trying to find them. It doesn't have the self-cancellation like Harley does. So I've gotten spoiled with that. So I keep leaving my blinker on every time I turn. That's about the only issue I've found so far. I love that it's got the gear indicator up here, because that was something I really enjoyed on the Street Glide, was always knowing what gear I was in. I don't know why I couldn't find that when I was riding it home from the shop. I searched and searched and searched, and I was like, well, I guess it doesn't have it on there. And then I happened to see the big giant 6 up there for 6th gear. 6th gear must be a pretty low gear. I don't know the gearing on this thing yet, but again, this thing's made for woods and the road. I'm in 6th gear, 55, and I'm running 4,000 RPMs. But it's got a ton more to it.